Marketing Basics. I just want to share with you something that's come up several times this week. So, just this morning, I was talking with someone about doing a guide for their upcoming webinar. And so, I want to share with you about the best thing about using a guide or checklist for your prospects. Okay, so that's what we're getting into today because you're going to walk away with this with something you can do today. Sound good? Okay. So I was just talking with someone we're working with on their webinar tomorrow, and it's a bit technical. And they were saying that their salesperson had come to them with a list of questions that people have all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let's put that together as a freebie, as something that people can take away from the webinar tomorrow because it's all super educational. And further, it's going to be a great freebie for working at trade shows coming up at the end of the year, and just really a thing to offer on their website to give a ton of value. And it's a great piece to do, give that in exchange for someone's email address. Works really, really well. So it's the kind of thing where you're like, somebody's asking me these questions all the time, feels like a burden, but actually it's an opportunity, a great way to give a ton of value to people you are working with, whether they're your customers or somebody that you want to work with in the future. Hey, if you're on Facebook, I'm just going to peek down here, and if you've got questions, let me know. I'll keep an eye out. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and put them in and we will circle back with you. Hey, Fallon, how are you? Hey, Kristen, how's everything? All right, so here's some steps that you can take in order to get your guide or checklist or white paper together. White paper is usually something really detailed and going into some specific process or technology. So that can be a bigger kind of chunk of thing to bite off. A guide is great. Here are the things to look for when you are buying new tires, investing in a new computer, going to choose a new service provider for something, right? So when someone's going to do something, give them a checklist or a guide to help them walk through that. All right. And so first, go ahead and think about the people you work with, you've been selling to, people who've been buying from you, or talk to your salespeople. So if you've got people on your team who are selling, find out what are the top questions people ask and the top objections people have before they purchase from you, the things that they really want answered. Okay. And that's just going to be the bones, the sort of infrastructure for your checklist, right? And think about who your perfect customer is. So I know we talked about this last Tuesday as well. It's my favorite topic, or one of them. Your perfect customer. What questions do they have? What wakes them up in the middle of the night that they need to solve? That's the stuff that you're going to put in there. And be sure when you write the guide or checklist out that it's answering questions for your perfect customer. If you think of, well, there's that one person who had that one question, don't worry about that. Stick with your 80-20, the stuff that most of the people ask about. So your perfect customer, the people you want to do more business with, make sure this checklist or guide suits them. All right. And so just flipping through my checklist of things that I have, and I'll put this in the chat for you if you want it, or just actually DM me if you want it, and we'll get the PDF over to you. Think about, too, when you're writing it and putting it together, focus in on what's in it for me, and not me, but the person reading it. And so that what's in it for me it's all about them. So we're not talking about what we can do, what we know, that we're the experts, we're the guide, right? It's all about them. They're the hero, they're the star. So everything you're writing about should be about them and their issues and how whatever you're offering can solve their needs, right? And then once you have that together, think about what you'd like them to do next. So once they look through the guide or the checklist or the white paper, what is the obvious next step for them to take? Is it jumping on a call with you? Is it joining your Facebook group? Is it getting a trial or a demo? Like, what is the ultimate best outcome for you once they take a look at your guide or checklist? All right. Now, once you have that put together, there's two steps. One, offer your guide or checklist to people that you know. So that's going to be your email list. If you don't have an email list, get a cup of coffee, take out a pen, and start writing down people you know who are interested in what you do. If you have an email list, great. Go ahead and say, hey, I just put this checklist together. Are you interested in it? If so, click here. Just wanted to share it with you. So offer to people you know. And secondly, offer to people you don't know. And that can happen on social media where you can be really simple, like, hey, message me if you want this. Or it can look like having a sign up form like we would use in Keep. So that's our favorite software for kind of automating this whole process, is having a sign up form there. And they can just put their email address in. And then you can have it set up where you automatically send that off to them and have that available. Next time you're out and about, you can have it set up also where they SMS you, they send you a text message, hey, text message the keyword guide to me, and automatically going to send you the PDF. So if you can set up a few little automated things where you can send that guide to them, now it makes it really easy to both offer your guide to people you know and people you don't know. And now you know if someone wants that guide, they've really raised their hand and shown that they're interested. Like no one's going to download that guide who's not interested in that particular topic, right? So they're qualified now, right? If they went ahead and raised their hand and said, I'm interested in this, now please follow up with them, give them more, and help them take that next step. So I hope that helps you in putting together your guide or checklist, white paper, PDF. And by the way, if what I mentioned to you about Keep and using that in your business, if that's interesting to you, let me know. Because whenever you get Keep from us, you get a free hour of setup, and you get also for free all of our top campaigns. We have 7 top campaigns that we use with our clients all the time, and you get those for free right in your app. So just want to share the love. Okay. Talk soon. Bye. Take care. Hey, Yelena, how are you? All right. Bye.